you drink drive. Stupid, innit? Mates don't let mates drink drive. Think.
This is EXT Radio.
Wakey, rise and shine. It's EXT, it's Mr. B, it's Wednesday night business, and I have some guests in the studio. Big shouts out to all the listeners, out to all the family, out to my EXT family. Nice to have your ear rolls tonight, people. Big love to my guests in the house, yeah. All will be revealed. Out to Mrs. B, yeah. Out to all the listeners. Out to Chris. Out to Barry. Out to all EXT management, yeah. Much love, brothers. Next one is the last one for me.
voice of love calling my name. Birds are dancing, I'm chasing the rhythm, kiss of the wind. Please, joy, just hold my hand. Please, joy, just hold my hand. Up the hills, down the mountains, I can feel the voice of love calling me. The birds are dancing, I'm pacing the rhythm, kiss of the wind. Joy, just hold my hand. Joy, just hold my hand. Please, joy, just hold my hand. I wanna fly around. I just wanna spread my wings. Love, take me higher and higher. Love, take me higher and higher. I wanna fly around. I just wanna spread my wings. Love, take me higher and higher. Love, take me higher and higher. Speak through me. Speak through me. Speak through me. Speak through me.
Right, 1111. Guys, we've got you into XT. Say no more. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourselves to our audience, please.
Alright, we're Axe and Osh. I'm Osha.
I'm Axe.
And it's a pleasure for having you in at EXT.
Thank you for having us.
So, guys, my first question always is, where did it all start for you guys?
Oh, should I start from the very beginning? So I'm actually Indian classically trained. So at a very young age, I played the Indian instrument called the tabla.
Okay.
I guess that's when my rhythm, that kind of element of music started. And then I took a trip to Cape Town for my honeymoon in 22 January, and I saw Black Coffee, Desiree, and Sunel for the first time, and my whole scene of music was changed, and I was just like, that was it. Afro House is my scene.
He was kidnapped.
Yeah, I was kidnapped. That was it.
And yourself?
I played like a couple of instruments growing up, but never was into house music. A couple of years ago, I lived with a friend of mine who was into it. It was like, you're pretty musical, you should just like learn to DJ. Bought a set of decks a couple of years ago. We discovered Afro and Amapiano around the same time, and then one thing led to another.
So, have you guys sort of known each other long, or had a history?
I think we went to uni together, so like 12, 13 years.
Oh, okay. So you're good friends. You're good friends.
Very good friends. Very good friends.
That's good. You need trustworthy, and you know you need to be a duo. I think you need that trust in one
100%.
another. And 12 years down the line. As a friendship.
Exactly.
So,
yeah.
So you guys, I remember sort of like bumping into you guys and sort of seeing you on Instagram and social media and whatnot. And you've done something big last year, didn't you? Was it last year or the year before? You opened up for Shimza, didn't you?
Yeah.
Do you want to sort of
Yeah.
like touch base on that a
Yeah.
little bit for
Alex,
us?
go for
It was like all things like this, like a lot of luck. We were just at a hotel in Turkey, saw Shimza was playing on the lineup, and then opportunistically just asked like the music guy there to be like, yo, can we come and play in like a couple of weeks? And he was like, yeah, cool.
Wow.
So we went back. Yeah, it was just an insane experience, right? It's one of those things that you look at and you're like, it's just, yeah.
So that's how it
like
came
a once in a
about. That's
lifetime.
brilliant, though, isn't it? You know, you just took that gamble, like went and asked.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
And that's what you got for it.
That was
so,
it.
how did that feel for you guys? I mean, that was big. From what I see of it, it was big. Like,
Huge. I think for us, Shimza is like one of the kings of Afro House, and we've always seen him play. We think like he's mind blowing. His DJ quality, his technical skills, like out of this world. So then when we got there, I think I was nervous as hell.
Yeah.
But
that's understandable, though.
Understandable.
Come on. You know,
Yeah,
you're human.
Yeah, human.
Yeah.
But honestly, he's such a nice guy. He's like the nicest man you can meet, and just being up there, even giving him a hug, saying hello, amazing experience. Having a couple of friends there as well. My sister-in-law was there. We had his missus was there. It was just amazing experience.
Yeah. So a memory for the banks, definitely. And how long did you play for?
For just over an hour. We were playing for like an hour, and then I think his flight landed like 10 minutes or 15 minutes late.
Right,
but it's one of those situations where you're like, we've kind of prepared a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, what do we do for the last like 10 minutes? But like it figures itself out.
Do you know what? I had a similar thing happen to me actually like that in Amsterdam. But you sort of you have to be prepared for all them things.
Exactly.
So you know. So guys, what's on the cards for you? Do you get out much? Where's your nightlife? You know, what's going on?
Yeah.
I think we've seen each other at a couple of gigs.
We have.
And I mean, there's such
a small little you know, it's family based, really, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's
nice.
Genre.
Yeah,
It's
really nice.
It is. That's what's drawn me and my wife and my pals into it. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what's on the cards for you? Are we out this weekend?
We might be out this weekend, given you convinced us about 10 minutes ago. But we're playing.
Come on, it's a duo.
No, it's a fair shout. We might be out this weekend.
We should plug this Friday night.
We're playing this Friday. We're playing this Friday.
This is your opportunity. This is your platform.
We are spinning all night long at a bar called Cave, which is in central London. We've been given the place to spin from 8 to 1. If you're out and about, please come through.
So more details, Central London,
Central London, venue called Cave, which is near like Fitzrovia.
Okay.
So relatively central.
Details on our Insta
8 to 1,
page. 8 to 1.
So you guys be touching down with some Afro House there.
Yeah.
Afro House, Afro Tech.
It's actually a really cool venue because the guys there let us like play like our sound, which is really refreshing.
Yeah.
So it should be a good night.
Yeah. So in the moving on to any of you guys produce, because you said you're like a musician anyway, so like you're already like halfway there, surely.
So I have started dabbling a little bit.
Okay. And how are you getting on?
It's a different game to DJing, and I don't think it's a good thing or a bad thing. Like it takes time to kind of understand the sound you want to produce, understand the work that goes into it, and it's a lot of hours. So I think what I've tried to do is try and learn the basics first, and just start getting a bit more comfortable around it. Like I'm comfortable around the decks now.
Yeah.
There might be a track on the horizon.
Good.
Which has got I've got the straw man of one. There's quite a lot in there.
Yeah.
So possibly something coming out at some point.
And are you going to be bringing your sort of music into it as well? That touch.
Yeah. So that idea has come into it. So trying to bring that Indian classical element.
Yes. It does.
The rhythm is very similar.
Yeah.
That kind of Indian drum feel, very similar to the African drum feel.
And it's a lovely sound as well.
And it's a great sound.
It's a lovely sound.
Yeah.
It is very. It's not so Afro tech. It's more on the sort of like Afro house side. But I do like it as well. You know, there's a lot of like other music coming out, like Afro house from other like you know places in Europe and everywhere like that, and the Far East, and it's like still got its own touch on it.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? But you can hear that loud percussion sound with it's automatically I just sort of magnetate it,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
But other than that, so you guys moving on, like, do you like? Can you see yourself like playing at more events and everything? What's coming up for you guys?
I think we'd like to. I think we've played a little bit in London and quite some like nice opportunities.
Yeah.
I think we'd like to. We threw an event in Feb, our own event, for the first time, which was a completely different experience. But again, it's one of those places that you can really like play your sound.
Yes.
So we'd love to do more of that and like connect with people like you who are a bit more about like the community where you begin to get those opportunities to like play very authentically.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to gear, hopefully, events-wise, more towards that than maybe the stuff we've been doing
Yeah,
historically.
which I find a lot of people are sort of doing, and it's nice if you can get your sort of like your little groups at these events on, and sort of like, and then just grow it from there.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are doing it, and it's working.
Yeah.
Because like you're saying, it's like you struggle sort of like we were saying earlier about the sound. Like sometimes you sort of like not being told what to play, but it's sort of like, oh, can you try and keep it a little bit more commercial and sort of go to that side of it? And it is quite frustrating, like we were talking, wasn't we?
Yeah.
And I'm sort of like quite one of them DJs was sort of like, oh, I don't really like cater for others like that, but it's really for my sound. But I'm sort of a lot further down the line, and sort of like, I think as you get older, you get a little bit more stubborn to say, well, no, I'm going to stick with my sound, you know. And I think that's a good point to have, you know, stick with your sound. If no one wants it, then create your own nights, you know, and take your sound there.
Yeah.
And if you've got an audience, what like it, you know, like I
It's
said,
quite
start
nice,
small and then grow. You know?
It's nice to have that like organic feel of like an audience and community, like growing out of it, rather than playing to, let's say, people who aren't as open to, say, hearing that sound that you want to put out there.
Yeah. And it all starts with sort of like sort of close friends and
Exactly.
whatnot on the first parties, then coming and supporting you. And then, like you said, the Afro House scene is quite a small community, but it's growing. And if you get out and you network a lot, you can really meet some like terrific people out there, you know. And before you know it, you know, you're sort of going to their events and they're coming to your events, you know. And that's how I think the more you put in, the more you get out.
Exactly.
You know, but it'd be interesting to see. I'd like an invite.
Anytime.
So, producing wise, DJ wise, who's ticking your boxes? I know you're a big Shinza fan, but who else is ticking your boxes for, like, you know, who you searching for, like on Traxsource or Beatport or wherever you source your music from?
Yeah, I think for me at least, DJ wise, I love seeing Jeff's sets. I think he's a really good DJ. We've seen him a couple of times here. And then production-wise, like a lot of the guys from South Africa are doing like insane things. I think there's been at least a lot more production that I'm seeing. Junior SA, for example, is just putting out some incredible like three-step.
Yeah, it is.
I'd say someone outside of SA. I mean, SA, we can just go through the whole list. It's Dark, Junior SA, Sanel. There's just tons of them who are putting out quality stuff. But probably a shout out to someone who's outside of SA is Chali, who's doing a lot of remixes for Black Coffee, Shimza tracks, which a lot of DeCapo, Enu, he's just released the track with Enu, Focus, but he's got a lot of unreleased tracks which are just hit after hit after hit, and he's got so many of them that we hear his sets online and we're like, where did you get this song from?
It's also the time he's putting into producing, like, which must be, I mean, it's incredible, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it is time consuming.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the reason why I I've got time or patience. But nevertheless, guys, look, we've got about a minute left before you've got an hour of your music. So if you want to load your stick up,
Cool.
I think I've loaded it up for you. But it's been great having you guys in. I'm interested to hear the sounds and what you've got for us. Big love to all the EXT people. I see management on the text. It's nice to have your ear holes tonight, people. Much love, brothers and sisters, and I'm going to let you guys take this one away.
Cheers, man. Cool. Which channels? These two.
guys, it's been a pleasure having you on, and what a wicked sound that was, yeah. I really enjoyed that, guys. Really enjoyed that. Can you tell the people where they are best to reach you, advertise yourself, Instagram, where can people find you?
Yeah. We're, on Insta, we are ax_osh. So please subscribe, listen to our stuff. We've got quite a few mixes out. We are also playing this Friday night at Cave Bar, which is in central London, Fitzrovia, from 9 to 1. Please come through. It's going to be a night of Afro House, Afro Tech. We'll be there all night.
There you go, people. Say no more, say no more. And don't forget, the best place to find me is on my Instagram, Mr. B DJ. And don't forget about the 1st of August as well. Bad Box and Friends, Still Yard, the only after party to be. Room 2, you'll be seeing me. Plus many more talented DJs in the house, yeah. Boys, well, I'll be seeing you there.
You will be seeing us.
Let's go, people. Once again, it's Wednesday Night Business on EXT. Up next is Junior C, taking you through to the hours of 12. Bringing you the best in hip-hop, R&B and slow jams, yeah. Wednesday Night Business, thanks guys for coming in. Appreciation across the nation.
Thank you.